In 1989, I was invited to a show at MIT in Cambridge, Mass. And it was happened to be the year that Congress was arguing about a constitutional amendment to limit the use of the flag because there was a flag burning. And Texas versus Johnson, which was a Supreme Court case, basically said that the flag is part of free speech, that that you can do what you want with it. And so Congress was all up in arms, and they were thinking about doing, begin the process of an amendment. So I put the two together, and I created Old Glory Condoms, worn with pride countrywide, and it basically put the flag on the condom. So it was a response to the fact that the Reagan administration and the Bush administration had completely avoided even using the word HIV/AIDS. The government was really very much uninvolved with the crisis. So the strategy was, if I can create this project and then apply for a trademark and see what the government has to say, it would create some visibility for the project, for the idea, for the idea that that the government needs to take more responsibility. So anyway, I applied for a trademark. I was denied because it was considered immoral and scandalous to associate the flag with sex. But I had the best lawyer in the country, David Cole, who was also worked with Karen Finley. In fact, Karen Finley referred me to him. And so we had a whole legal process. And he came up with research showing that there were about 1,000 trademarks using the American flag, from furniture to cars to linoleum to, you name it. And so eventually, on appeal, they granted me the trademark reluctantly. And so that project really ignited a conversation around the world. I actually did set up a corporation because I have about a dozen corporations I've set up. And I become the CEO, and I wear my tie, and I can have press conferences, and I can talk about the issues that I think are important, just like corporations. In fact, I did a TEDx talk called "The Artist as a Corporation." And the idea was that if it's called Portrait of the Artist as a Corporation. And the idea of it was, if corporations can file for bankruptcy and they can get all these tax write-offs and also act as individuals, why can't an individual act as a corporation? So that was the concept. And one of my favorite things about the Old Glory Condom project is that Jesse Helms, who was probably considered the most bigoted, racist senator, held up an image of Old Glory Condoms in Congress and said, this is what the government is supporting. And it became the first worldwide safer sex commercial on CNN.